Pizzagate, like using that to cover it.
Yep.
Like, as a and you argued with that Pizzagate guy for 2 episodes in a row, which was ridiculous.
Yeah, but I mean, my point still
I know, it's just like
I kind of wanted to
Pizzagate
talk
people
about
worry about that than something real like this guy.
Well, we've given plenty of coverage,
and I think a lot of it's partisan politics. Like, they don't believe like there are guys involved. Like, I have seen like people talk like they want to protect Clinton or they want to protect Trump because that's their guy. Like, just like how many accusations both of those two people have had of assaults and rapes and everything else. Like, there's no way either one of those is innocent. It's not about party politics.
No, I agree.
It's about rapists being loved and protected.
Yeah. Freak 5 says...
While meanwhile, we minimize the pain that women suffer at the hands of these vicious monsters and girls.
I think
that's...
And
I'm sorry, like, I know, like, age isn't that important to you, Frank, but, like, the younger they are, like, the more angry it makes me.
No, and it shouldn't. It should anger you equally, but I agree.
I know, all of them anger me. It just... And I'm not saying like it doesn't, like they all anger me, but like when you start talking about young children, like raping young girls or raping young boys, it's like you're robbing them of their innocence. You're robbing them of a chance to have a normal life.
Yeah. Well, it robs every woman that gets raped,
Right.
But anyways,
but I'm saying that they've had a chance to know who they are and become who they are. Their life hasn't been upturned before it even began.
Yeah, no, I get it. Breakman for sure. Let me get caught up in chat real quick. Freakfight says the Sweeto's got quarterly bonus today, and it's about $70 more than his previous bonus, so he received $71. I got 8 hours of OT today. Tomorrow's my last weekend shift. That's awesome, Freak5. Loving his job. Previously, he passed the day listening to his headphones, but the day is passing even quickly, even without his headphones. This position in inventory is awesome, and he got new glasses. So there you go. All right. Eric, we're going to hold off on because yours is a little more heady than what I got for free-for-all, but let's get into our free-for-all.
It's a free-for-all! Little baby! Yeah, it's a free-for-all! Wow! Suck it!
All right. Now, this is a fun topic.
I will say real quick back to the Epstein thing and stuff. You have great points. I will like temper my expectations.
Yeah,
but I really, really, really want this to be.
So do I, Breakman. Let's hope for the best, but prepare for the worst because it.
You're right. I mean,
Trump is in charge.
Like, I have to let reality set in a bit. Like I've been so overwhelmed with like finally people are acknowledging this. Like it's such a surprise. Like for years and years and years, and finally it's like people are like, oh my God, this guy was doing this. Like yes, people have been talking about it. You just haven't listened.
Yeah. It's just like what happened with Vic Mignogna. It's like people know about it for years.
Yeah,
but now the company got involved, and finally something happened.
Let me give you some solace, Breakman. You and I, in particular, have been talking about this case for years. Literally years, right? Yeah. So let's hope for the ultimate conclusion. Let's hope for the 45 years, because even with good behavior,
I don't ever want to like talk about Jeffrey Epstein without saying like he's rotting in prison.
Yes,
or he's fighting to stay out of prison.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
He's rotting he's going to spend the rest of his life in jail. Like that's what I want to talk about.
Yeah, I agree. Let's hold off on it, and we will do more in-depth.
Go back to the free-for-all. I'm just...
No. I'm with you, dude, because it to me, it's been frustrating, too, Breakman. Yeah. You and I, in particular, have been railing against this guy for years. So, and if anybody doesn't believe it, just listen to the archives of RPGrinders. I have brought up death eaters for. I mean, and you had
like I said before, you had with 2 episodes in a row, you had 2 hours of arguing with that guy about the whole Pizzagate thing.
Yeah, it was all a ruse, man. It's all a ruse. All right, let's move on to our free for all, guys. This is a fun one. This is to do with our G-rated nature of this show. Cartoon favorites, past and present. I know we've kind of did this before.
I don't know if we have enough time for that.
No, we got time. We can go a little bit over. We started a little late, so 10 minutes. I'd say we can go over. So I'm going to ask Breakman, what are your... Okay, give me 5 of your favorite past and present cartoons. Go.
Wow, 5 of my favorite cartoons.
Yes.
Wow, just 5?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh my god, I got a lot of thinking to do.
You want me to start? You want me to start?
I'll put G.I. Joe on the list.
Oh, of course, G.I. Joe's
Yes.
obvious.
I've talked about G.I. Joe many times. Wow, I need to keep thinking.
Okay, I'll bring up one kind of present, but I don't think they're doing it anymore. But Bernie brought it up in chat, and I think it's a great cartoon. SpongeBob SquarePants is a great cartoon.
It is good for what it is. I was too old when SpongeBob came
Oh
around.
man, there's enough.
If I was a young kid when SpongeBob came around, I'd probably be
I
like.
don't know. It was popular with a lot of college kids.
Brakeman. SpongeBob is actually a
College
good.
kids are a bunch of stoners, so.
What's wrong with that? How dare you? How dare you, Brakeman?
I was a college kid too. I was just kidding. Jeez,
Brakeman.
rats.
SpongeBob is actually an adult cartoon too. You can look at it now, and it's just as good for adults as it is for kids. It's a great cartoon. I love it. It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to include adult cartoons because then I say South Park.
Well, South
That's
Park, of
easy on the
course.
list.
That's easy.
That's an adult thing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like the cartoons that are made really for kids, and I shouldn't still watch them, but I don't care.
Freak 5 is exiled.
Adult loves cartoons, so go on.
I would have said Spawn for the same reason, but that's an adult cartoon that was on HBO.
That was a great cartoon.
That's a great cartoon.
I still think that's the best Spawn we've had.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. I know it was just for selling the toys, but I liked He-Man. I liked He-Man. Like,
I loved He-Man as a kid.
yeah, as a kid it was. I mean, now you look at it.
Now you can watch it stoned, and then you can laugh at how stupid stoned.
That's exactly. Yeah, you're
the
right.
peanut gallery yelled She-Ra.
She-Ra?
Oh, Bernie
Okay.
agrees with you. She said She-Ra too.
Have you watched the new She-Ra on Netflix?
The new She-Ra is good. It's supposedly good. The new She-Ra is
Just the
supposedly
gym.
good. I liked Voltron as a kid.
Yeah, Voltron was great.
Teenage Mutant
The
Ninja
problem with,
Turtles.
I try and think of the ones that like I can go back and still watch. Like, and you're about to say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like that
Yeah.
one, like that one's hard to watch.
Yeah.
He-Man was hard to watch.
Yeah.
Like, because Ninja Turtles is like totally radical, dude. Like oh man, this sounds like they're like.
That show is a bait and
episode.
switch for sure.
Yeah. Bernie says Smurfs. What do you guys think of Smurfs? I thought Smurfs was pretty good.
I was always rooting for Gargamel.
And you're all talking about Western cartoons. I'm gonna give you my top
Looney
5
Tunes
right
are great
now.
cartoons.
Go
Okay,
ahead. Go ahead, Eric.
Okay, I'm gonna let's see. Gargoyles, Batman,
Ooh,
the
good
animated
ones.
series.
Oh god, those are both fantastic.
Yep.
I was thinking about
Great.
both of those.
Great
Cowboy Bebop, Dragon Ball Z. And,
Yes.
my latest one would be My Hero Academia.
You know, I've heard a lot about My Hero Academia. I've got to watch that for sure. My Little Pony. My Little Pony, Bernie says, because she's not a
I
pony.
like the Pony Show. It's
Yeah,
it's
My
okay.
Little Pony's
Yeah.
alright.
I haven't watched season 8 yet because I lost the ability to watch it on cable through my parents' house because the cable company decided to switch packages and they didn't go for that package.
Well,
So
that's-
now I have to wait like 6 months after its season run before it to show up on Netflix. So season 8's on there. I don't know if season 9 on there yet.
God, Batman Beyond was a great cartoon, man.
Batman Beyond was a great cartoon, but I'm with him. Like Batman animated series and Gargoyles, I'll put both of those on my list. And
Beavis and-
Ball Z, I put that on my
I
list.
didn't care for the New Adventures of Batman and Robin season 4.
Yeah. Freak.
And he says, and
They
Freak
switched
says,
the art style, which I never really. I felt it was too
Yeah.
garish looking. And
Muppet Babies. How dare you?
they were
Freak
trying-
says,
Yeah.
oh sorry, I didn't know you were down there. Go ahead.
So there's a couple good episodes from that season, but I just couldn't jive with the art style.
Yeah. What were you saying, Break?
Freak was saying Aqua Teen Hunger Force again, a adult cartoon. Beavis and Butthead, adult cartoon. So we can tell that. Ren and Stimpy, that's not actually an adult cartoon. So
Yeah, actually.
and Mrs. Breakman agrees. She loves that.
Stimpy,
The
what
Max
are you
was an
doing, man?
adult cartoon, and Ranma was
Ren and Stimpy was supposed to be an adult cartoon, but then they made it for kids, but it was still messed up.
It did
So-
become they had a version of Ren and Stimpy after the fact that was very adult. But yeah, I agree
Yeah,
with you.
but it didn't last very long because it was terrible.
Breakman, what did Mrs. Breakman say?
She agreed with Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, Ren and Stimpy is
She
a
also
great.
said Jim and
Space Ghost
Jim
Coast
and
to
the
Coast.
and
holograms.
she says The
Yeah.
Simpsons. That's that
The
that
Simpsons.
works for everybody. The Simpsons.
The Simpsons first 5 seasons, I would say. After that, meh.
I don't know.
Yeah, like The Simpsons
think
used
I
to be
got-
a great show.
Yeah.
So,
I kind of like season 6 through 8, and then after that, I stopped caring.
yeah, but
Yeah.
we tape it still. We never watch it. Like, we don't watch the new episodes. of
We never
Simpsons.
watch it because it sucks.
The
Space Ghost
Hey,
Coast
we
to
don't watch
Coast.
the new the old.
The show should have been put the pasture and
Like-
shot like years ago. So, but they kept going, and now Disney's renewed the license. So,
Yeah.
I know my other one, Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
The Clone Wars. I've seen part of that and it's pretty damn
Yeah,
good.
I
man.
heard a lot of people like they start.
I
watching
never
it and
watched
they never
Gem
get into
because
it.
I think Gem was slightly before my time.
Yeah,
I remember watching Vulture, but not Gem.
but with the Clone Wars, like the first couple seasons, yeah, I can agree they are kind of slow in parts and stuff like that, and I've heard them not catch it. But the third season, like Ahsoka grows up a little bit, and things start to really change in the third season, where it really becomes where a lot of the shows that you've seen, or a lot of the episodes you've seen in the past, like the characters start to really. Like their stories start to really evolve, and Darth Maul becomes a part of the show too,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
just like
Bernie says pound
she said the
puppies.
Fairly Odd Parents. You like?
Does
Fairly-
anybody remember Dino Riders? The show.
Yes, I do remember Dino Riders.
Pound puppies and she's exiled.
What?
Alf Tales Freak 5 says meh. I'm okay on that.
What was
But-
that other one?
Did
Cadillacs and Dinosaurs.
Somebody say Gargoyles because Gargoyles is a great.
Yeah,
Great
me
show.
and Mof Eric said that
Yeah,
one.
that's a good
That's
one.
on our list.
Then there's the real Ghostbusters.
Real Ghostbusters is pretty good.
I love it.
Pretty
I loved
good.
that until they changed it. Like it was
Yeah.
great.
The
like the
Slimer ad.
Yeah.
She says, Real Monsters" is another one, but yeah, the Real Ghostbusters was great until they changed it. Like I guess it was close to the release of Ghostbusters 2. They wanted, or after Ghostbusters 2 released, they wanted to be like they changed characters in it and stuff like that. And they went with a different art style.
yep.
And it just
DuckTales is pretty good. I like DuckTales.
DuckTales. That was a great show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, Castry says Wacky Races. Ooh,
Gummy
yeah.
Bears.
Gummy Bears. Yeah.
Gummy Bears, okay, yeah.
And while the Aladdin show wasn't as good as the movie, it was okay. So.
Yeah. I mean, it did. It
Then
did
there's
have,
Darkwing Duck too.
Darkwing Duck is a great cartoon.
yeah, I like
man.
Darkwing Duck. That's probably one of my favorites.
And then there's Perch the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah.
But with the Aladdin show, they had Gilbert Godfrey. He came back, and then for Genie, they didn't have Robin Williams. They got the voice of Homer.
yeah. Mark Castaneda.
No, it's Dan Castellano.
Dan Castaneda, yeah. You're right. What was I going to say, man? Dang. Well, anyways, all those Batman cartoons were pretty darn good. Snorkels. I hated the Snorkels.
I never got around to watching the Batman though.
Danger Mouse was
The
good.
Batman, the first couple of seasons aren't really that. The Batman doesn't turn into a decent show until Batgirl joins it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
When they add Batgirl, it gets into a better show. But
I always thought that the design of Joker was just wow. It's like you went there.
it wasn't like there are a lot of things that
I'm
are
a
wrong.
bum without shoes.
Yeah.
Like every single villain knows like martial arts and stuff, so it was really weird seeing like the Penguin like doing wire fu type moves and
Yeah.
stuff. You know? It's like, oh, that's so weird. But then
Yeah.
later on they make it a lot more like the original, what you're used to, Batman. When they had particularly Batgirl, and then they had Robin later on.
Yeah. Angel of Light's
So it
in
got
chat.
better.
New chatter, Angel of Light. Welcome on in. Glad you could
Young
join.
Justice is a fantastic cartoon. I know they brought it back, but I haven't.
Zanuck
I
Kyber.
wanna.
You have to get DC's.
Yeah, the thing is,
service.
you have to get the DC service, and their service sucks.
Yeah.
Is their service like available as an app on any of the console platforms?
I almost was
I
gonna
don't
get.
know if it's on the console,
I-
but the thing with them is they're not like it's like you know how Netflix they're always adding new content and stuff like
Uh-huh.
that. You can binge watch a show. You can't really do that on DC. Like
Yeah,
they
you have to
release
wait.
episodes like weekly, and there's just
Which I like
not that much
because
new stuff on
it's
there.
like
Yeah.
it's just like real TV. But other than that, it's like But like, if it's a show that's been out and they're just doing it weekly, that doesn't make sense.
I would have got the DC service, except for the fact that they canceled Swamp Thing before they even freaking released.
I get the
Almost
weekly
did it.
Almost did it.
They released it. They canceled it before they even released the show. It was so weird.
I want to tell Break why the weekly thing actually makes sense, though.
Mm.
It makes sense because, like, say when you got anime on there, it's like it's usually airing in Japan around the same time. They've got the same schedule, but Netflix in USA, whatever reason, wants to do the binge watching thing. So you're missing out on the show that everybody else is watching elsewhere in the world. But in the USA, you have to wait for the entire season to end.
Yeah. Well,
unless it's made to binge watch, like you can release the whole season at once.
I like that. I like binge watching.
Yeah,
shows.
I like being able to.
Yeah,
binge
but they don't
show.
do that for the Japanese market. So so shows aren't made that way, even if it's a Netflix exclusive.
Yeah. You know what?
But when they release it on Netflix, we still get that's
because we bought it months later, so it's different.
Okay.
And it sucks. So
Yeah, we gotta end the show. But next week we should do worst cartoons of all time. we should follow up.
I'm just saying, rather than just do it weekly and never do binge watching.
Well, I mean, we can do both, can't we?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Both do both ways.
I mean, I guess if you
I wasn't trying to poop on your idea. I mean, I like what you're saying. I was just.
yeah.
Yeah, if it's a show like Stranger Things, they should do it that way. If it's if it's a show that's a week to week, then they should do it that way. But Netflix doesn't want to do that.
By the way,
stupid.
By the way,
I think Hulu does do that though.
By the way, if people are keeping track, I did not cuss the entire show. Break and Eric did. So
no, all three of us almost cussed. No, both me and you almost cussed. We didn't finish the profanity we were saying.
Yeah, but he still gets ahead of us because of that.
Yeah, exactly. So I will be donating a couple of bucks to Eric's Patreon when I get some money. So mark me down for a couple.
The wrestling cartoon. You're talking about the WWF cartoon? That was
God,
great.
that was...
Roddy Piper was the villain, and
that was an awful cartoon.
Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior, and the rest. There's some Junkyard Dog. I think were some of the good guys.
Oh God, I think that's one of the worst cartoons I've ever seen.
I know I loved it as a kid, but you know what cartoon? What was Attack of the Killer Tomatoes cartoon?
That was a great cartoon.
Unique. It was great because in the second season they let the villain win.
Yeah, Toxic Avenger was a good.
I don't think it was ever on when I was actually awake to watch it.
Yeah, the Toxic
Pirates
Avenger ones were
Water,
really good.
the Savage Dragon, those were great. Wing Commander the cartoon, that was another great one.
Oh, Savage Dragon.
You know what's not a great cartoon? The Mega Man Research cartoon. Or Double Dragon.
But Mega Man Fully Charged was.
Yeah.
Is. Hopefully is. I'm not. I don't want to say.
Oh yeah, and then there's the Rockman EXE show.
Yeah, we got.
Anti-Wear was acceptable because they were just they made a different show basically, but it's okay.
But I think they dragged that show on too long.
Yeah. We'll talk more about cartoons next week, guys. We gotta wrap this thing up. Toxic Crusaders, Freak 5 says that's what it was. Freak 5. That was a great cartoon. All right. Breakman, your plugs, please.
God, I'm not done talking about cartoons.
I know, we gotta go, man.
I gotta do a review. I gotta do this today. The what do we call it? Post show.
Yeah, post the show. Thank goodness, because I gotta go eat, man. I gotta walk to get my food
too. Because I ate at 5. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat before I post the show. I'm just saying. But so you can follow me at break_man or at RPGrinders on Twitter, where you can ask me hashtag Dear Breakman, whatever questions you want to know.
Give myself a fruit waffle flurry from McDonald's.
I don't know what we're gonna eat. I gotta talk to Mrs. Breakman.
I'm eating Pizza Hut, man. I'm going all out, man. I'm definitely gonna eat some pizza.
Pizza Hut.
More like Pizza Hut.
I don't care. I love it. Pizza Hut is like the Cadillac of pizzas, man. I love it. I love it.
Usually the mom and pop shops.
Freak 5 later, he's watching Happy Death Day 2. It's a pretty good sequel, man. I dig that one. I should have did a review on that a couple weeks ago, but
I need to see that soon.
Thanks for joining, Freak 5. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, I kind of want to see those, but they have the worst title ever.
What, Happy Death Day?
Happy Death Day is the worst title.
Oh, it's so
Happy
good.
Death Day to you.
Really, really good. All right. I want to plug my Twitter at Frank Branches. You can follow me on any of the consoles. It's RPGrinders. So if you want to add me as a friend, feel free. Everybody in chat, Freak 5 was just in there. He just left. Angel of Light, another TV viewer, Cash Bear, Freak 5, which I mentioned. Commander Root, Bernie was in chat. Freddy Bot, Lurks, Tade, and Zanik Hyber. Thank you all for joining. Really, really appreciate it. Appreciate you guys joining the live show. And I hope you enjoyed this G-rated version. Next week, we are definitely not doing a G-rated version because it's super difficult for us. But anyways, yeah, and thanks everybody for listening for sure. Eric, your plugs.
You can find reviews I've written on sites such as BostonBashBrigade.com, VogNetwork.com, TotallyGM.com. My latest review, it's the only one I could get out this week, but I'm definitely gonna write some stuff in the morning because I don't have to go anywhere else and do. Well, I'd have to go shopping, but that's like the only thing I have to do tomorrow. But I got a review of the Red Faction Gorilla Remastered Edition.
All right. Anything else, Eric?
And if you like what I wrote and you want to support me, sending me as little as $1 to my Patreon will help me. And I could use the extra money because my job doesn't pay me enough. The link for it will be in my Twitter account at EricRPG or in the show notes. Or you can just go to Patreon, type Eric Kelly's writing reviews, making videos. I haven't worked on the video front, but I think I've got an idea what I want to do for my videos. And I'm going to change the format a bit. I'm still going to do video game related stuff, but it might be more of a video vlog review type style. And I'm going to consider doing skeptical videos, mostly stuff that talks about religion.
Yeah. All right. Is that it, Eric?
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Stay safe this weekend. We want to see you back here next week. Till then, we are out. I didn't fail the G-rated version of RP Grinders. And where is my cowbell?
I have cowbell. How many other podcasts have cowbell?
Not many. Not many at all, man.
Where the hell did Dungeon Buster come?
All right, everybody in chat, thank you all so much. We really do appreciate you all listening. And if you're listening on the archives on YouTube and Twitch,
I bet Dungeon Buster and Wayland didn't show because G-rated, fuck that.
Yeah, we're off the show, so yeah, definitely F that, man, for sure. Yeah, so there you go. Thanks, everybody in chat. Really appreciate it. Till next week, we're out.